Oh, hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Today we're going to be carrying on Final Fantasy XIV. I'm mostly focused on the story. Trying to finish off 6.0, do 6.1, and then our next game. So, hopefully it'll be a good time. It was a very interesting stream yesterday. So, I had to severely edit the VOD. But I did, so... And I'm literally not going to delay at all. I'm literally going to start recording immediately. So let me get everything ready. So the next quest is called Outside Help. So even after all these months, I still haven't finished the 6.0 story. I kind of lost motivation halfway through because I record everything, so but better late than never, as they say. And from what people are talking about on my social media, there seems to be a very severe drought in gaming at the moment. So I personally don't think so. I think amazing games are still coming out, but either way, it's better to just get this done sooner than later. Oh, hey Tanya, how you doing? Just DMing some FC friends. Cool. Alright. So, let's see. Starfield official behind the scenes. Yeah. Alright. Let's literally start the story. We're not going to delay at all. So let's go. Recording mode. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the 6.0 main story in Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in Gala mode at 1329, and the next quest is called Outside Help. So we need to talk to Lucia. So Lucia is taking stock of the present situation.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Forchano Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait. Did you hear something just now?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily.
That's a girl in
I fear
shorts.
for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but Then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I, bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back. May thy disciples banish the darkest of nights.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Well, at least she said it.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Okay. Alright, let's talk to Urianger. So I dare say Master Fortulot was not as non-plussed as we learned the identity of Hydaelyn's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. I suggest that we return to the Annex forthwith. We may yet have time to discuss our recent adventures ere we are summoned to the Rostra. Interesting. Alright, so let's go to the main hall into the Annex. Alright, stop recording. Hey Ian, how you doing today? Alright, what? Just trying to proceed quickly as I can through the story of 6.0. Like, there isn't a deadline or anything, it's just I would rather get out the way. And I also have ideas of what I want to do. Like, I want to try and bring my 14 content to my website, but more on that later, sort of thing. I'll work on it over the next few weeks. You will see. So for now, I'm taking my sweet time. I mean, I know a lot of people finish the story, like, for 6.0 and even 6.1 already, but I am taking my sweet, sweet, sweet time. And if I'm still playing the game in 7.0, I will do the same thing. I won't go into it thinking I'll record a lot of it in the first day. I will go into it just with the normal stream schedule. Like, maybe I'll do, like, 2 or 3 episodes on the first day and that's it. So... because I have so many other things to do. Like, I want to go back and... I do actually want to finish the Platinum Trophy for LEGO Star Wars. And then at some point, me and Mum actually want to play through Dying Light 1. And then, if we can get that done, then go into Dying Light 2 if it actually works. Sorry about... So who's in the chat? Ian, Forgive. Hey, Forgive. How you doing today? Oh, bollocks. Not that I'm complaining, Yurionje, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extoliating the virtues of Epheris, I did inadvertently awaken the Labyrinth, a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Quiet tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I've news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelation did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasa are one and the same, this all but proves Nidhana's theory. Were an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of Aether. But if our star is so replete with Aether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the Great Expanse. Metion. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Epheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Mithrie. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Mithrie and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are 2 conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Mithrie escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vanat, the woman who had become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Vanat you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share the knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Ephorist, not to stay. Do you suppose that she has abandoned her pursuit of Mithrie? The Vanat I know would never give up. No, but Mithrie is still out there. I thought not for the lack of trying on Hydaelyn's part. Surely that's why she used me as a conduit for her will, and provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe that she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Mithrie. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Then communing with Hydaelyn must be a necessity come first. Did you and Master Mithrie have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted the help of Arenvald and other Echo-blessed allies. We couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Mithrie is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home. Sorry to interrupt, we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. And Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Cool. Alright, let's go to the Rostra. Okay, stop recording. Yeah, sorry, I didn't know that cutscene was about to start when I entered that door. Happens sometimes. Let me turn on my AC, because it's already getting really warm in here. I mean, we are getting close to May/June. Well, I'm still doing my same routine every single day. I'm still loving making the gaming news. I really like it. And there's always things to talk about. And the channel is growing quicker and quicker and quicker. Like, I'm getting 10 to 20 subscribers every single day now on the gaming news, which is awesome. I would say it's growing quicker than my main channel. Even though my main channel has got 41,000 subscribers. So if my gaming news channel becomes my main channel in the future, I'll be completely fine with that. 100%. Because I've got effectively infinite content to put on it. I will try and be calmer today as well. I'm putting in a conscious effort to make sure I don't swear and just chill out. I had to severely edit the VOD from yesterday because of it, so yeah. I wasn't cool yesterday. Happens sometimes, but I'll try to not let it happen. If I have days where I feel like I'm going to have a rant stream, then I'll just won't stream. just go chill. Do other things. And I have my own ambition. What I'm really happy about is that the work, effectively, is creating itself. So every day I'm really, really busy. I'm working a lot harder now than I ever did when I had a job. Because with 9 to 5 jobs, in my experience, I always just ran down the clock. I was never really interested in the work. It was more just a case of, okay, how do I get to 5 p.m.? And then in the grand scheme of things, it would be like, how do I get to the end of the month to get my paycheck? That's all I cared about. Whereas with the work I'm doing now, I like the work, I care about the work, it's all mine, and I don't have to share it with anyone. And no one is telling me what to do. So it's really, really good. And, you know, these games and so on, it's not a race. So I will just take my sweet time going through them. That's an upgrade. So yeah, and I have been working a lot these days on my mental health and physical health. I still have a ways to go. You know, I'm not perfect, but at least I'm taking in a conscious effort about it. And I would say as well, because I've been seeing it more and more these days, especially with the times we live in, that a first big and important step is to realize that there is a problem that needs to be fixed. It's not about fixing it. We can't all fix ourselves, but admit that there's an issue and then actually seek help and try and then put in a conscious effort to fix it. You know, I do really admire people who go to therapy, who go to a psychiatrist and whatever, like who actually take action to help themselves, sort of thing. And if you're scared and if you're not able to do that, then just reach out. Talk to friends, talk to family members, like don't suffer in silence, let's say. I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet, so I'll be right back. These headphones are like falling apart. Somehow the leather's ripping around like all of it. Dang it. The thing is, I don't have any other headphones to replace it. I tried to wear the headphones, which, you know, remember a while ago PlayStation gave me headphones? But these headphones that I have, the Sennheiser ones, quality-wise, they are just so much better in terms of sound quality. So, but look at that. Like the padding, because the leather ripped, the padding is just gone. So I need new headphones and I can't afford them. So for now, I'm gonna have to just make do. If I can get my ear in. I just when I replace these, I'll be sure to treat the new ones with more respect, not like tear them off my head. Might be an excuse to get an upgrade. I have a preference for headphones which are closed, like, you know, noise cancelling headphones, but that are over ear, that don't sit on my ear. So if there's any like really high quality over ear headphones that you guys know of, let me know. Right now I've got the Sennheiser HD 300 Pro. They're what literally audiophiles use, audio students, I should say, when learning how to DJ, for example. So these are very, very high quality. I want sound that's very high quality. Alright. So we are going to continue. Let's not stand too close. Alright. Okay. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we got to the rostra. Talk to the steward. The forum is in session, and as such, the rostra is closed to visitors. A sign on the 7th dawn. Very well. You may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted in the condition that you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourses in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Fair enough. Okay, so let's go in. Alrighty. Oh jeez. Expecting this place to be full. I guess not. Alright. Shortcut. Here we go.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far. Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on two conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
"'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. if we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here? Who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms? "71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's talk to Alpha Node. So, sorry about not letting the rest of you know on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. Yeah, I mean, they didn't know that this plan existed until he came out with it. But since we require both a means of communing with Hydaelyn and reaching Mithrie, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an Aether Burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Yeah, makes sense. Let's talk to Fortunaut. The next quest is called Going Underground. Fortunaut's ability to maintain a stiff upper lip is being sorely tested. As instructed, I shall take you to see the Aether Burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Alright, let's go. Okay, stop recording. Hey, Mithrie, grateful to catch a stream. My work schedule doesn't always allow it. I hope that you're well and the Ramadan celebration is good. Yes, it's okay. It's been tiring and stressful, but there's only like a week left. And keep up the great work on the gaming news. I love the work you put into those. I appreciate you. Yeah, I was talking about it before. I actually really, really enjoy making them. So it's really fun to to do. And I can see as well, looking at the numbers, it's growing faster and faster and faster. To a point I'm getting like 10 to 20 subscribers a day now on the Gaming News channel. I'm really proud of that. Like, my main channel doesn't get that many. So, yeah. And I will try and play more 14 going forward, because I've got a lot to do to catch up. But I am going to still keep playing other games. Like, I am really enjoying the trophy farming. So I'm just trying to focus on what makes me happy. That's the main thing. Like, what do I enjoy? That's great. Very glad for you. Yep. I mean, I'm proud of the work I've done. The thing is, right now, the gaming news doesn't make me any money. But hopefully, eventually it will. You know, soon enough. So, and then my life will become easier and easier and easier the more money I start making. But I don't ask people to subscribe. I don't ask for tips. That's why I got rid of everything, like all the sub goals and everything. Because we are living in a very hard time. So, post-pandemic plus war, everyone's broke. So that's why I emptied out my stream completely. So the comes first, yeah, happiness. Yeah. I mean, I'm working as hard as I can. And I hope that I can inspire other people to do the same. So, but yeah, how's your work? I do have days where I get stressed and I get, you know, so many things. You know, I'm still me, but you know, I'm working it like to try and be nicer and not get overwhelmed by the negativity. Okay, so that's where Labyrinth is. I mean, I probably could just teleport there. Okay, let me just teleport there. It's just easier. I really, really have taken my time with this expansion. Like, to a ridiculous degree. I won't do the shared face until I unlock Flying in the Sun. Let's see how many I've got. I don't think I've done any phase in Labyrinthos. So, okay, so we finished off Shadowbringers. We finished all the zones so far in Endwalker, but we have 2 zones I'm not even done. Which I think are Labyrinthos and the last zone. I think it's called Ultima Full. Let's take a little break before we carry on recording. How long have I recorded for, actually? Because I try and keep the episodes less than an hour if I can. 31 minutes, okay. So 31 minutes so far for this episode. It seems like, looking at... because I've got like a list of like all these story quests. It seems like I can only do like 2 quests per episode. That's how long these cutscenes are. Now, I know a lot of people have been anxious about getting their hands on more games, but so many games already exist. More than 1 million games already exist. You could, like, if you're determined to play games, you can always find a game to play. So, you know, that's a tweet I sent out a while ago. You know, I said there are always amazing games to play. Always. So don't stress about it, sort of thing. I just unlock as much of the map as I can. But yeah, I appreciate you guys' support, especially those of you who watch my gaming news every day. I need to think what class I'm going to do next, actually, after Sage. Do 90. Guess we'll see. Maybe Red Mage, just get out the way, because, you know, I really don't like Red Mage. No way. I mean, the plan is eventually to be all 90, but I've got so many, like, class quests to catch up on for a lot of the classes, so it will take a while. But yeah, as I said, okay, we can't jump that. That's too high. As I said, I'm not gonna stress too much about this game. There's always other games to play. And Lego Star Wars is actually incredibly fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it, so I have to take an elevator down, don't I? But at least I'm finally in Labyrinthos all this time. Been literally months to get back here. I'm guessing the next quest we're going to do is going to take us to the next area of Labyrinthos. Hey, Forgive, how you doing? Down this hill. Yeah, let's go this way. Morning, evening. Hello. Believe it's afternoon in the UK. Afternoon. But morning, evening. And we'll see as well if we get any updates about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 during, all the announcements during June. I guess we'll see, because I've not heard anything lately. Every day reading the gaming news, waiting for any news at all, there's been nothing. Pardon me. I'm doing well. Yes, that worked. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I've been trying to stay on top of everything. It's a big task, as silly as it is to say, to stay on top of my own brain. Some days it's great being me. I absolutely love it. And then some other days it's exhausting. I'm like, why was I born Mithrie? Why couldn't I have been born The Rock or something? But, overall, I enjoy being me. And I am trying to take care of some people as well. Like, some people need my support. I'm doing my best to take care of them as well. I'm going to name names. Okay, let's go here. Let's open this one, then we'll go back and carry on the story. I'm happy, though, that I'm finally getting this done after all these flippant months. I really, really dropped the ball with how long this took. But to be fair, at the beginning of Stormblood, I had 250, I believe, videos, which I pre-recorded. It took me 2 years to upload them. Get them all done. Get that backlog finished. 2 whole years. So, Endwalker is... I'm not that slow when it comes to Endwalker. And I think I'll have more motivation to play more 14 and do more stuff for 14 as soon as I have all the uploads for 14 on my website. But I'm still working at the moment to get all of my gaming news onto my website at the moment. I've done all the way until October of last year. I still need to do September, August, and July, and then I've done them all. I'm generating articles for each one, and it's taking a while, so... Because the original gaming news videos were not as, let's say, concrete as the new ones. I remember if there's a lift or something. I think there is. Unless we haven't actually gone down the lift yet, I can't remember. It's been so long. Talk to this person. Oh no, this is the entrance to Charlie. Whoops. Chocobo Keep. Okay. I'm surprised there's a Chocobo Porter in town. Okay, let's go back to Labyrinth. Let's just carry on. I'm going to be laid off from work during the summer time. So I'm a Finnish Endwalker. Why are you being laid off? Is your company downsizing? Have you thought about next steps? I mean, I have worked in the past for a company that literally eventually completely shut its doors. So I do know how stressful that is. When a company is on the rocks and it's about to be closed, it can be very stressful. There's a lot of like finger pointing and, you know, who did it sort of thing. Well, at least during the summer, that's when we get most of our announcements. Because there won't be any E3 this year, but there will be the Summer Game Fest. Which is basically, I think it's just going to replace E3. And it's being hosted by Jeff Keighley. So I think he will just take over, like, hosting everything. Alright. That's enough of a delay. Let's carry on the story now. Alright, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with the gang in Labyrinthos, so let's talk to Fortunal. So our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archeon's lift. Step inside and have Ophalin take you to the medial circuit. Cool. Oh, we can finally access the other part of Labyrinthos. So, let's go. Okay, let's stop recording. Part 4. The gemstone trader. I can buy something from him with my thingies. Okay, accessories. Oh, I guess I need to be a certain rank. Reminds me, I probably should go back to Elpis and see if I can buy anything. Do that. And I could just teleport straight back here. I asked for any job openings, but they haven't replied to me. The last day is the 6th. Oh, wow. That sucks. So, what's happening? Is, like, your department going... Is the company itself in trouble? Okay, let's see. Hyphalodius card. Oh, okay, so there's a tick on it now to say that whether you've got it already or not. That's good. Then let's see with vendors themselves. Yeah, there's a tick. Finding map. Get that. I can't buy any of these. Would it? I work at a university and there's no classes. Ah, fair enough. Or are you a lecturer? Or a teacher? I mean, when I went to university, what's it called? Use the lift. Yes, please. Hang on, let me just see if there's a... Okay, there is. I was ready in case I need to start recording. When I was at university, basically, I did a degree in computer modeling and simulation because I wanted to be a games developer. And in the last year, they cancelled the modeling and simulation element of my degree. So, because there's only 2 of us that signed up for it. So, basically, my degree, even though it's called computer modeling and simulation, it might as well just be computing with some mass. So, I was gypped. I wasted 4 years of my life, and I obviously didn't end up working in the gaming industry. But being a gaming industry commentator is fine. That's fine by me. If this is the, let's say, the compromise I reached. At least I'm still somewhat involved with the gaming industry, even if I'm not a developer. Anyway, let's record. A recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we went down the lift. Talk to him. So I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Merial Ergonomics. Actually, there is something I've been meaning to... Oh, never mind. It can wait. Let's attend to the matter at hand. Okay, so let's catch up with the gang. Let's go. Okay, stop recording. Part 5. Okay, let's catch up with them to the south. So literally, this is the first time I'm exploring this place after all these months. Whoops. Jeez. So now the blue ones are like 8th garments, right? But yeah, I don't know what class I'm going to do next, to be perfectly honest. I really don't know. I need to decide. I mean, after Sage is done. I'll think about it. Because I did have a lot of fun with Reaper and Paladin. Maybe Red Maid, maybe Dancer. I don't know. I literally don't know. But I would prefer to get Red Mage and Astrologian out the way because they're the ones I like the least. So if I can get them out the way, then doing the rest should be straightforward, hopefully. Alright, we're coming up to Alpha Node. In here. Jeez. The big building. Ah, okay, there he is. Alright. Let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I caught up with Alpha Node and the gang. So we are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapors, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By implementing the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It's all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Labyrinth in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. It is no more coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Ephorys, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos, in preparation of the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for technologies that allow us to settle to distant stars. Though the Labyrinths have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. Then let us proceed. Okay. Let's talk to the lift operator. By decree of the Forum, the Signs of Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the central circuit. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's talk to him. Wow, this place looks interesting. The Aether Burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Dankol, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Alright, I'm going to assume it's far away. So, let's catch up with them. Okay, stop recording. Hard 6. Uh, 37 minutes. Okay. We have to go down there. Let's go to the safer going over here if we can. If we can, it might be blocked off. Yeah, like I said, I've done really well to avoid any sort of spoilers. Like, I have not seen what that last zone even looks like. I've not seen a screenshot, a movie, nothing. So... Zero level 88. See, I guess what the last zone is like. The last story. When I hit level 90, though, I'm probably going to switch back to Paladin. I don't see myself staying as Sage. Because I'm comfortable with Paladin. I'm not comfortable as much with Sage. Paladin is my main. It's been my main literally since, like, the Burning Crusade. For a while I was DPS, but yeah, I just prefer tanking. It's just, it works for me. Like, I like the idea, especially in World of Warcraft, I used to like the idea that I am the size of basically the dirt between their toes, and I can still take a punch from them, because I'm the tank. I used to really like that. That I was tough as nails, sort of thing. Because in World of Warcraft, the bosses are flippant giants compared to the players. You go in here? No, you can't. Okay. Well, we can go around at least. Let's go to the next area. Next Aether Current. And I will eventually have to make a Aether Current guide for this zone. Hopefully it won't take too long. And a Aether Current guide for Ultima Fall. And I'm finally caught up and done them all. Then I'll post them on my website when they're ready. So I have like a vision and idea. I have an ambition and idea of what the 14 content will look like on my website. It's going to take a lot of flipping work because I've got some like 1,600 uploads for 14. But the goal is eventually to put on the website. So... there's a lot of side content to do. You could literally, like, just do side content. Basically forever. You could, like, level up all the classes. You could do all the side quests, all the role quests, or whatever. And if you only play a couple of hours a day, you'll never catch up. Let alone to the previous expansions. It's part of the reason why I'm not even looking at World of Warcraft, because the next expansion that they've announced, Dragonflight, is the 9th expansion. So I would have so much work to try and catch up, it would just not be worth even trying. And even in World of Warcraft, I've not raided or anything since Burning Crusade. That's like 14 years ago. I kind of retired from raiding back then. This wasn't worth the investment. You know, the time investment. One thing I still need to work on, as stupid as it sounds, is actually playing games off stream. I find it, because I've been a streamer and a content creator for so long, I find it really, really hard to to game when I'm not streaming. That's something I need to work on. My routine is that I only game when I stream. Maybe forgot what it means to be like a gamer in 100% of the way of saying it. And let me just unlock this map, and then I'm assuming we're going to go in the middle. Central circuit. If you're going right there, I'll come back for you. I do the guide. Okay. Not locked. Alright. Okay. Let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with them, so let's talk to Coco.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! We be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient.
It's not too bad.
A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
I guess.
Hast thou consulted with the Labyrinth?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Yeah, maybe that's what they need to do. They just make it the arc massive, so it has less distance to travel.
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. But according to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
You want me to go and fetch the what's-its? The White Raven's ghost that haunts me. This sounds like a job for someone else.
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
You do all the work for us and we take credit. Love you from
Understood.
Alphino.
I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Cool. Alright, let's talk to Kryl. So, it's times like these that we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphanode has become. Who'd have thought that he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? The Tataru. That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Alrighty. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah, ...
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Ul'dah's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Ul'dah will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Sir, yes, sir. Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud,
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Oh, at least she mentioned his name. 2 expansions later. And meanwhile, in Corvus,
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already... Ah. That was a roar! A dragon's roar!
meanwhile in the Ruby Sea,
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Hmm? Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
okay. Let's talk to Alpha Node. So the next quest is called No Job Too Small, but I'm worried that the episode will become quite long, so let's do it next episode. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm just realised that these cutscenes have been dragging on for a while. So let's see, part 7. Let's see how long that episode was, actually. 56 minutes. Yeah, I was right to stop. The story part 39 for Endwalker. No job too small. Okay, let me just quickly encode the video that I just recorded. Piece it all together. And then we'll carry on the story. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything else today except story as much as I can. And that's going to be probably for the next couple of streams as well. Like, I won't ever finish 6.0 unless I put in an effort to finish it. As obvious as that sounds. Then I'll try and go back to uploading to my main channel every day like I used to. Okay. I mean, they will be behind because, you know, I'm recording multiple videos a day. So it's not like I'm going to be making a 14 video every day. It's just a case of there'll be enough content coming where a new video can be released every day because of the backlog. But I'll only do them once a day because from experience I've already learned that if I release them all on the same day, people will unsubscribe en masse because people hate that. But one a day is okay. Okay, let's see. Story. So this was episode 1625. Story video 38. Outside L. Save. Start. Let me get up and stretch in the meantime. And back. Yeah, the video's surprising. I'm surprised how long it is because I think Jin said yesterday there's like 27 quests to go. I've done 4 of them and it took 2 hours. So is there still like 5 to 10 hours of content left from this point? I mean, if I watch all the cutscene and read out all the text. Guess we'll see. And then I'll have to take a segue, because once we're done with this zone, I need to do the Aether Current Guide, for example. It's nearly done. Taking a while. Guess there was a lot of content. Okay, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Okay, let's see if the video encoded properly. Yeah, it did. Okay. Alrighty. Let's close that. Close, close. Delete all that. Delete, delete. Oh, hey Don. How you doing? Someone is streaming again. Yep. And I'm actually doing the 6.0 story. Can you believe it? He's taking the weekends off now. Yeah, I'm not gonna stream. Well, I haven't scheduled a stream for Friday, Saturdays, or Sundays. So the plan is Friday will be my day off. Saturday I'll make a finance video. Sunday I'll make a vlog, and then I'll stream Monday to Thursday. If I ever stream on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it means simply I'm bored. So, but for now, that's what the schedule officially is. That Monday to Thursday, I'll stream. So I'm finally in the second part of Labyrinthos. So, yep. How you been? Hope you're well. Oh, chat. You know, I've started doing push-ups and squats and taking whey protein, blah, blah, blah. Now, one thing I'm noticing, when I'm doing push-ups, basically, when I'm, you know, down close to the ground, that's when it hurts the most. Like, it hurts probably 50 times more than when I'm just, you know, extended. So what I'm trying to now do instead is just go down and then hold. Can I hold it even for 5 seconds? And it's really, really painful for me, but that probably means that there's something severely lacking. So, because if I just do them quickly, I can do them quickly, I can do 20, but it's a case of, can I hold it down? Hell no. That is something I need to work on. I need to understand why it hurts so much. Like, what is causing so much pain. And there's nothing wrong with, what do they call it? Isometric exercise. Alright. So, let's not delay any further. Let's carry on the story of the game. So I'm just going to keep recording 6.0. Try and finish it off. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story of Final Fantasy XIV for patch 6.0. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we are here in Labyrinthos at 2134, and we need to talk to Alpha Node. The quest is called No Job Too Small. So Alpha Node is resisting the urge to pat himself on the back. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there all else we might do to be of service? You've already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. If only Master Coco knew how right he was. While he and Graha establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement. I propose this not to curry favour. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarise ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you've a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. But that lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Alright, let's catch up with them and speak with Elise. Or is it Alice? Whatever. Did you look up what that could be? I have no idea what it could be. It's probably just a lack of strength. But my arms, my shoulders have always been especially weak, basically. So it could be that. Could be a number of things. So I'm guessing it's not something that's ever been a problem for you. But I definitely need to eat more. Because the other day I had basically noodles for dinner. and I had like extra chicken and extra prawns. Like it was like a massively massive bowl of noodles. It was jam-packed. And the next morning when I woke up, I felt pumped. You know, I felt like, urgh. So, because obviously the day before I'd eaten enough food. But generally I don't eat that much. So, having protein on its own is obviously not enough. I need to combine it with decent food. So, but I'm fasting at the moment. So that's the thing. And I don't have money for that sort of food. So, but I'm intending, when I have money, I'm intending to eat like a flippin' king. To try and fix my body. So, going the wrong way. Of course I did. Let's talk to Alice and the gang. Alright. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with Alice and the gang, so let's talk to her. So, from what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of the fresh inspiration Scholar Monty Chung mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. I'm butchering these names. Let's meet by the Aetheryte once our work is done. Okay, so I need to find the people to talk to. So let's go. I've learned from experience not to record me looking for people in case I spend forever trying to find the last person. So I'll just go to each person and I'll talk to them. If I record it, like I said, I could get lost. But I think it's, with time, I think it'll just become easier if I keep doing it. I'll get stronger. So obviously, I'm lacking somewhere when it comes to doing the push-ups. At least I'm doing them. Alright, let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we found the first guy. Let's talk to him. So helping with the ARG, even with the power Master Kokol's managed to squeeze out of the Aether Burner, it's still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived, horrible creatures running rampant all over. If we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment, believe in the plan, and all will be well. Alright. Let's find the next one. Okay, stop recording. Let's see. Part 3. But yeah, like, because I noticed as well, basically, that my my finance channel's obviously been neglected for a really long time. So that's why I'm now gonna make an effort to upload to it at least once a week. If there's anything interesting to do other than that, I'll upload to it sooner. But for now, the schedule is once a week. I've got a list of like 10 video ideas for the finance channel, so that's like nearly 3 months worth. So, alright, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've caught up to the next guy. So, oh, hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the Aether Burner? Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out is tiring and it's thankless work. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few Lugamies or what have you. The forum has got enough on their plate as it is, with what deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. Also, powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fulcinol and the others. How they get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Alright. Next one. Okay, stop recording. Hard or And one thing that I've been noticing a lot of, I'm quicker to identify when I'm actually thirsty or dehydrated, so which is a good thing. So I am making a extra effort to actually hydrate, especially now because I can't drink while I'm fasting. All right, let's go. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with the last person. So offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It mostly lists of things that we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope that they're not enormous, looming giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that behatted rabbit that ran by. Oh, alright. Let's search for the rabbit. Okay, stop recording. Part 5. So Don, what have you been up to these days? A random frog with a stick? In game, generally, whatever. Okay, here's Living Way. Right, in the meantime, let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with Living Way and the rest of them. I fancy meeting you here, Mithrie. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy bow, which was quite impressive considering that they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is Etheris itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears that they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare, and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around. Or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Yurionche and your good self. Since we're both dawdling about engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest? Wouldn't that be fun? I don't know if we have time. Okay, so the next one is called Wise Guides. So, try as he might, Yurionche cannot free himself of the Labyrinth. It's all Labyrinthos. An unexpected, yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this ethereal environment and Bestway's burrow, it would be in our best interest to have the Labyrinths acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Shardian collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perceptives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture? What marvellous idea. Might we begin with that great big what's it over yonder? Ah yes, the what's it. I shall leave its exclamation to Mithrie. Okay. So, yeah, let's catch up with them again. Okay, stop recording. Let me switch my AC off because it's getting a bit chilly now. So happy that I've got an AC. It makes a big difference, especially because I'm on the top floor of this house, so like it gets really, really hot. Let's see, wise guides. So this was part 6. Part 6. Okay, how far did they go? Over there. Alright. Let's head over there. So yeah, like I said, it does feel good to finally be getting this flippin' story done. It's been on my list for a long time. And I'm putting in an effort to not swear. I will try my best. No promises, but I will try my best. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I said I'll try. Alright. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, caught up with them. So let's talk to Singing Way. So goodness me, to build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. I would if the camera behaved. Okay. Let's examine this. Search the apparatus for points of potential interest. And you may move the camera and zoom in and out with the mouse. Okay, oh, it's one of those missions. Okay. Ooh. Okay, the tanks. It's a little hard to see from here, but is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? And I can see through that window another pipe at the bottom. Ah, this must be the purifying water drawn up from below. Okay. Metallic cube. So is that water I hear from inside the great big tube? It must be because of the cogs and that gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. There's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside it too. Okay. So observe the mushroom-like thing. The mushroom-like thing? Oh, this. That looks like the trees in the greatest Endsvale. Hold on. That's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us Loporis, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that the peoples of Ephera sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Many settlements in Fanalan are built near an oasis. Areas near waterfalls are common sites for villages in Giribania. So, wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear that they rely on it far more than we'd anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order, once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtain their water in the first place. Myself and I spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logiston Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Loporis will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlie and Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous-looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by the burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, Loporits may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to Logiston Alpha? For my part, I shall act as an escort to Living Way and Cooking Way. I entrust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, Growing Way. To the water extraction, what's it? Okay. Alright, let's catch up with them. Alright. Because we were talking about Final Fantasy XIV Remake earlier, like part 2. For some weird reason now I've got an inkling to just either play the original game or to just like watch a playthrough of it. Good day, sir. How fares the intelligence gathering for the dear bunnies? Yeah, it's okay. Not too bad. A little bit slower than I was hoping, but at least I'm getting it done. I've now done 6 quests since yesterday. So I've got like, what, 20 something to go? Right, let's I don't know why I've got an inkling. You got this, I believe in you. Thank you. How are you, Codex? I've not seen you in ages. And then it's patch 6.11. Yeah, I downloaded it this morning. So, but for now, all the videos are still marked 6.0 until I finish the story. And then I'll start marking them 6.1. Alright, let's press ahead. And let's continue. So, let's see, you've been busy with work. As long as you are happy. You know, I don't care about work. I care about your physical health, your mental health. As long as you, Codex, are happy, that's all I care about. And that goes for the rest of you, chat. So, alright chat, I'm going to record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with them, and we have a fight here, so let's examine. I summoned my Chocobo to help out. Okay. Wrong button. I mean, combat as a healer is always really simple. It's like 2 buttons. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you so much. I really hope that this water extraction what's it is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Alright, let's catch up with them again. Guess I'm recording. Let's see. Be sure to take rest in between works. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know why I've got an inkling to play 7 Remake again. I really don't know why. Because I played the hell out of 7 Remake when it came out. I got the Platinum Trophy. I even did the DLC and finished all the trophies for that as well. And I did want to play it again before Part 2 launches, but... and I've got so many other games to play, so it's kind of in the way. I'll probably just... Maybe I'll watch, like, Maximilian Dude play it. I'll go through his old VODs. Because his playthrough was really good, because... You know, I do appreciate people who have a passion for what they're playing. And for Maximilian Dude, Final Fantasy XIV is his favourite game ever. So, day off today, so I'm playing 14 on my own. Oh, cool. I've been really slow with 14. Like, I've not even finished the 6.0 story. So, like, this is the furthest I've gotten in 6.0 with my main. So, yeah, I've got a lot of work to do to catch up. I've just been playing other games. Alright. How long have we recorded for? Let's see. Done 8 parts. Just see how long I've recorded for so far. 15 minutes. Okay. Alright. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with them. Let's talk to Uriange. So, my friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the lift's top. Pray follow me. Okay, so let's again catch up with them and talk to Singing Away. I do find these quests kind of annoying. The, like, what's it called? Go here, talk to someone for like a second. Go here, talk to someone for a second. Go here, talk to someone for a second. I find that very annoying. I'm surprised you're not finished yet, to be honest, but there are other games. Friends and I have been playing Elden Ring. It's a pain. I mean, I was playing it a lot, but I got interrupted. And as soon as I got interrupted, I lost all taste for the game, and I just stopped playing. Simple as that. So, because you know, I've been playing this game on and off for like nearly a decade. So, and the difference for me is that you know I record absolutely everything. So that's that's part of the reason why it takes longer for me, regardless. Even if I was dedicated to it. And it's also about, like, I was prioritizing my mental health and my physical health. I still have a long way to go. Like, yesterday, for those who were in the stream, I was swearing, like, non-stop. So, you know, I am trying. I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to be relaxed. I'm trying to not let my mental trauma, like, get to me all the time. So, because I know life could be a lot worse. Did you disable the commands? I tried. I don't know how. So it wasn't the window snippet tool. I think it's Hypersnap, because I use a piece of software called Hypersnap to take screenshots. You always got the got to take care of yourself first. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So, and I'm taking care of my physical health as well. So I've started taking protein shakes again, along with my exercise. So now my muscles are building again. I can feel muscles building in my back, in my arms, in my flipping skull. Like, the muscles are building again. But there used to be a time when I used to go to the gym every day and I used to take protein shakes every day. And I used to literally walk around feeling like I had a suit of armor on under my skin. It used to feel amazing. I want that back. So... but, you know, it's not just about taking protein shakes. And then something else I changed. The multivitamins I was taking tasted rotten. They tasted so bad to a point where I just didn't want to take them anymore. And so I replaced them with these gummies. These are just basically sweets. They're really, really tasty. And they have like 15 vitamins and minerals in them. And then I've got a weighted blanket, which is helping me sleep, and an orthopedic pillow for my neck. So you can see I'm putting in a lot of work. Every single thing that was bothering me in my life, everything, I'm putting in an effort to actually resolve it one piece at a time. So, like, I'm actually hard pressed to find things left to fix, let's say. So, all right, and then I have my 6 YouTube channels, which are growing. They're going quite well. I don't know if you saw Codex, but I've been uploading a gaming news video every day. And I've been doing it every day now for more than a year. So, if you want to check out, you want to keep up to date with the gaming news and the gaming industry, just watch my videos. I upload a 1 to 2 minute video every single day that summarizes 3 pieces, what I think is the most interesting news that day. So if you watch it every single day, then you will be informed about everything. So, everything that's going on. Alright, let's record. The recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with them up the lift, so let's talk to Singing Way. So, marvelous, simply marvelous. So, this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that Aferis just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out to the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Cool. Alright. So the next quest is called Agriculture Shock. So Cooking Way is eager for a change of venue, at the very least a change of what's it. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where is the food? I believe both the knowledge and the consumables you seek may be found at Melial's Agromics. I can't even pronounce it. As I imagine Singing Way and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus, wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Urianche was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, Eferis will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us brook no further delay. Fair enough. So speak with Cooking Way to accompany you. Alright, let's catch up to Cooking Way. Okay, stop recording. So this was part 10. Wow. So yeah, this quests, or these quests, do seem like talk, go here, talk, go here, talk, go here. I do find them a little bit annoying. Agriculture shock. I was gonna ask chat, like, how many quests have I got until I'm level, like, until the story quests require you to be level 89? Because I'm only like a quarter of the way into 88. I'm taking iron. I want to get a weighted blanket. I've seen. Yeah, the weight, it's not even that expensive. It was like 20 bucks. And it was definitely worth it. Like, I am sleeping like a flippant baby. So, and they said, I did a little bit of research. They said that, because weighted blankets come in all different weights. So, they said that to know which weight to get, you basically take about 10% of your own body weight. So I weigh about 70 to 80 kilos, so I got one which is about 6 to 7 kilos. At the end of the zone, at least. Okay. So there is time. I mean, I could just do some, what's it called, roulette and get a whole level, so it's no problem. It's just, I don't want to, like, mid-quest need to level up. Like that happened before. Let me actually see how long I've recorded for. 18 minutes. I've already done 10 parts. You got 5 more until level 89. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. And then I need to do, when I get the Aether Current, then I need to do the Aether Current guide for this zone before I go on to the last zone. And then we could do the, potentially the, what's it called? The Shared Fate grind in this zone. I'm still trying to decide what class I'm going to level up next after Sage. Did I say before what I'm going to do? Because today I'm thinking I might do either Red Mage or Dancer. Get those out the way. Especially Red Mage, because, you know, I really don't like Red Mage. But, I don't know. I would have to, what's it called? 5 including the one you're on. Okay, including Agriculture Shock. Okay. Dancer next? Yeah, maybe. Could be. What? Red Mage? Run. Yeah. Red Mage is fine. I really don't like it. For the same reason I don't like Astrologian. Not unless it's changed. Like, it's possible it's changed. I prefer Red Mage because it's mobile. Yeah, but so is Dancer, isn't it? Isn't Dancer ranged? So, what I don't like about it is the idea that the skills you press are not guaranteed. That you have to react constantly to the abilities which are available, not available. So, it basically... I was talking about it yesterday, that for me, it feels like you're surviving the class, not playing it. So... But it's possible it's changed, because, you know, it's been a long time since I played Red Mage. Maybe it's a lot better now. And one thing I will have to do, though, is that I will probably have to catch up and do a lot of side quests. In fact, I've got a list. Here, let's see, Stormblood class. Did I do the Red Mage? Class quest for Red Mage. Red Mage. I actually did all of them in Stormblood. Did I do them in Shadowbringers? Oh wow, I've actually done all the class quests for Red Mage. Who knew? Wow. So I've actually stayed really on top of Red Mage. That's crazy. So... Wow. Maybe Red Mage. Could be. You just balance the white magic and black magic. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what I do next. Because you wanted it out the way early. Yeah, yes, I must have put in an extra effort to get it out the way. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. But in a way, it doesn't surprise me because, you know, I'm Mithrie. That's just how I think. Alright. Yeah. But it's like I said, it's just the constantly having to look at the thing without, like, you know, I have a certain play style. Let's call it the very lazy play style, or the casual extreme play style. So, all right, let's carry on the recording. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we caught up with Cooking Way. So this is a place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compodium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crop without permission are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with a few samples. Cooking Way is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed. You can leave him behind. Okay, so right now Cooking Way is following us. So let's make sure he's not too far behind us. Alright, so let's talk to this Jeb. What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mineshaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here, up there. First on the moon, then on whichever star the Forum decides will become our new home. It's all so sudden, so surreal, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in their environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, good fellow. So where to begin? I mean, I was expecting some resistance, like, you know, they have to keep all the reserves for the Exodus, but whatever. Okay, let's talk to Cooking Way. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes? Let's see if they are as delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour. The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Well, that certainly's given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what's your opinion of grapes? I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch. Meh, ghastly things. I like grapes. I prefer red grapes than green ones, but I can definitely eat both. Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. Okay, where's the next one? Let's talk to cooking away. Orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the colour? Who cares? Let's see. Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour. As with grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Urionje about my expanded vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous so. They still are, in my estimation. Let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I have yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what is in that field over there. Okay, which field? Ah, over here. So let's go. I've learned that you can't mount up when you have these people accompanying you. So that colour, that texture, are they some sort of enormous round carrots? Or the pumpkins? No, in any case, proper non-culture is less of a concern than the taste. I'm kind of indifferent to pumpkins. Don't like them, I don't hate them. Bleh, it's so hard and flavourless. I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. These are nothing more than more misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop. Can't you see that these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. You not find it an awful bother? Far from it, cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favourite dishes for as long as I can remember. And perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder though, if there is anything even more delicious. How about the yellow fruit over yonder? He's not going to eat a whole, like a lemon, is he? I don't think he'll like that. The lemon or an apricot? What wondrous fragrance. With luck, it'll have flavour to match. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. Bleh. Yeah, it must be a lemon. My tongue. Is this poison? A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Like, it may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I had best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Cool. Speak with Jebka. So finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamoured with the grapes and oranges, less so the pumpkin though. I learned the hard way that they're not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth in more ways than one. So I'll give you the lemon muffin I baked. If it doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to, a bit of sick came up there, learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. This is delicious. Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I want to eat lemon chicken. I miss having lemon chicken. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rather use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. Know that the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving and what will be consigned to history. Our choices, but make them we must if we're to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know what Heidelin sees in your kind. Mankind, the Loporits, we were both from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements of survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. It is a paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Pardon my Yorzun, but what in the seven hells are you talking about? And who are you anyway? Cooking Way, at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. And don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of FFXIV's species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive, probably. Let's go and see if Urianger and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? Okay. Alright, let's go back and let's catch up with Cooking Way. Let's see. You can have it after you fast? Yeah, I can have it any time. Like, even when I'm fasting, I eat every day. It's just a case of when. Part 11. Lemon garlic chicken. Nice. Sounds yummy. Yeah. But like I said, as soon as my fasting is, well, as soon as I can afford it, and probably after the fasting is finished, I'm going to start eating like a flipping king. I'm bored of being hungry all the time. Let's see how long we've done for the recording. On 31 minutes. Okay. Pardon me. So, Mum, I'm trying my best now to not swear on stream. Wish me luck. I will try. Alright. Yay, progress, yeah. Okay, let's record. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So that was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for their cuisine? Since Lamizza is home to the Culinarians Guild and many less than savory establishments, the Far East has oodles of noodles. I like noodles. So, would that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Ephorys, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Eidlin's orders are to flee, and not to resist. If only there was some other way. Cool, that's complete. The next quest is called Sage Council. So Urianger appears to be tallying the Labyrinth in preparation for an imminent departure. Mithrie, I trust thy time at Meriol Agronomics did bear fruit. Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt, I guess, relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. The last time is of the essence. Let's return to Charlie and Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Labyrinth there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Okay. Uh-oh. Alright, so let's, I think we can teleport straight there. Okay. Where are they? There they are. Let's talk to Growing Way. Sigh. Yes, Mithrie, that was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Ephorys at Logiscon Alpha. That's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? Blackshroud is quite leafy indeed, and a place of utmost tranquility. There, Vermin at least, the trees of Dravania stand particularly proud. You should see the forest of the first. One was purple. Let's do bias towards Gridania. Born and raised. Blackshroud is where I spent most of my days. Gasp, gasp, I say. With a star so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard my tiny voices. Tancred. How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death, and we can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not, though, aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up for the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in the need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him? It is as good a place as any. Come. Okay. Let's catch up with them. It's like, this is like probably going to have the most parts ever. I'm already on part 12. Part 12. And then this is called Sage Council. Let me get up and stretch. So I've got, what, this quest and 4 to go, or 3 to go after it. Or until level 99. Oh, sorry, 89. Okay. I have felt that there's been a couple of moments in this expansion which are just so slow. And like, we're running around talking and doing so many things which are just kind of boring. So like, especially at the beginning when we were in Charlie and reading books. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with the troubled researcher. Oh, can I help you? Is you who would help me? Is my anxiety truly so obvious? Burden shared is a burden eased. Pray tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of decades of Charlian ingenuity, and that it's built with peerless, elegant technology, is all true, but I know that's that's a guarantee. I probably read that wrong. We've never before launched a star-faring vessel, let alone flown it in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us then, what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight, or on the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the Afterburner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears? Oh, I'm not sure about that, but well. If only they could all teleport, eh? Maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? And what if everyone floats about and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Ah, gravitation. Maybe I can help after all. Up there is no so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one great big cosmos rather than separate places. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yeah, if Thancred's tale to be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail upon the Labyrinth to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of FFXIV, and learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Mithrie, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek out thee of the distressed and apprehension, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, and that I might introduce each to a suitable Labyrinth. Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Labyrinth, and every Labyrinth in their place. Okay. So, we have to find 8 troubled Charlians. So, let's go. Jeez. Hang on. I need to make it bigger. That's what she said. Okay, part 13. Like part of me as well, like when I'm reading all this stuff, like they want to do the research, they want to take their time, they want to make sure everything is right, la 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 la. I'm sort of like, yeah, but I mean, could you try and do it before you die of old age? Like, let's forget the planet coming to an end. Like, they're taking so long. Did anyone else feel that way when you were doing this? Okay. Let's talk to this one. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with the first one. So, what am I thinking about? The medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and surgeons, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in that great expanse is beyond any of us. To say nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. The crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? Alright. Stop recording. Okay, part 14. Like, I hope my flippin' editor doesn't crash when I try and piece together all of this video. This way. Is this... Can I hope that this is the last tedious quest before we go on to the ending? Or is there any quest more annoying than this? So recording in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. So, is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a voice end played it as a piano. My feet and knees as drums and cymbals. This cleaner seems fine, if in need of a break. Fair enough. Alright, let's find someone else. Okay. Part 15. Go to this person first. Alright. Recording in 3, 2, hang on. 3, 2, 1. My face? What's wrong with my... Ow, perhaps I am a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Labyrinth in our discussion is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps their biology itself might offer some clue. Interesting. And there's someone right here. Let's talk to them. Consult our collaborators. I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips. Should the Aether burning make our original estimates unfeasible? But there are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Let's stop recording. Part 16. I'm getting tired, chat. To be perfectly honest. What time is it? Well, it's nearly 6 already. Okay, so let's make this the last quest for today. Like, if I can get it done, then I head off and just try and chill. Because I'm starting to get tired. Despondent engineer. Alright. So let's record. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Alright. So just leave me to my misery. The forum can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with, truly? Well then, there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. Okay, stop recording. This is part 17. I've been going for nearly 45 minutes on this episode. Okay, let's see what the next one is. Over here. Capricious. What does capricious mean? I've heard the word, I just don't know what it means. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. So, the end of the world is nigh, and yet the work goes on faster. Schedules are such temperamental things. Feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yeah, I've never felt so alive. This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. Alright. Okay, stop recording. This part 18. Part 18. Okay, so far I found 4. Alright. Okay, so recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's talk to this person. So concerns. Nay, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go much slower. Okay, she's coping well. Alright. And I guess it annoys me a little bit that we already have to find 8, and some of them that we speak to don't need our help. So that means we have to talk to more than 8. Oh, jeez. Unconcerned Gleaner. Alright. Let's go. The recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here's the next one. So apologies, but I'm awaiting a delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. It seems this cleaner's too busy to chat, for his benefit or otherwise. Okay, so this was part 20. Part 2-0. I hate this kind of quest. Hide and seek. Yeah, I don't like either. Especially because, like I said, not everyone we're speaking to even needs help. So I've spoken now to like what? At least 8 people. And only 4 of them have needed our help so far. Alright, let's go. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hang on. Let me delete that one. I don't know what happened there. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt that we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the forum, but they will only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on gods know what, made by gods know who. You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing. I hope they like questions. Alrighty. Yeah, this was part 21. Part 21. Yeah, this is driving me crazy. Ah, fair enough. God, I'm getting exhausted. So yeah, this will definitely be the last quest for the day. And then maybe tomorrow, or hopefully tomorrow, we can carry on. But yeah, it's a good thing that I'm in the habit of now breaking it into pieces. Like, imagine if I was recording this non-stop, looking for all these people. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here's the next one. So, worries? No, I believe I'm fine, thank you. I've been confiding in my colleagues and it's helped a lot. I can't recommend it enough. So this researcher is fine. Alright. Like, yeah, when it's a fail, it's like, dang it. Okay, that was part 22. Let's see if we can find someone else. This person. Occupied administrator. Is she, you know, painting the roses red? Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, here's the next one. How might I help you? Oh, what a lovely idea. I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need only to track down 100 or so cups. But don't you worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer up everyone goes well. Woman is doing better than you are. Alright. I like that. Like, how did they know? Part 23. What an annoying quest. Okay. Okay, so I can't go in there. Is there anyone around here? There is, but we don't talk to him. I mean, guys, like, what was it like for you guys when you did this quest? Because for me, this is an absolute pain in the ass. Okay. Record. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's talk. So, 56 bunches of weeds on the ground, 56 bunches of weeds, rip one out, add it to the mound, 55 bunches of weeds on the heap. I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was in need of a little break, you see, and then I found myself unable to relax at all. I went on a walk, and then I noticed these weeds, and pleasant conversation, partners, and oh so fuzzy. Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Okay. Alright. So this was part 24. Part 24. I just hope I'm able to, like I said, to piece it together without the editor crashing. I don't think I've ever had to piece this many pieces to one video. 48 minutes so far. Wondering till I want to go to bed? Yeah. Hyperventilating. Okay. Well, let's assume that we are getting close to the end. Alright. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we got to the next one. By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Oh, do pardon me, I didn't see you there. There is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment. And if the hull I assigned buckles under the strain, that vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lies and dooming all of mankind. And what is highly unlikely, yes, highly unlikely, our visitors can help me triple check the structural flaws, you say? Why, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. Alright. Okay, so that was part 25. Hang on. Part 25. What an absolute pain of a quest. So where is the last one? I wonder. I just run around until I find them. Okay, that's where the crew is. If I run by it and I don't spot it, then let me know. I think I've been this way before. Now I'm just checking the edge. Let me run into the middle a bit. Right, the fountain area? Yeah, I'm going there now. Distressed chef. Is it possible that any of them have it under their exclamation marks? Oh no, there we go. I'm literally losing my voice. Xenos? Okay. Alright, let's carry on. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, yes, you idiot. Have you seen an envelope lying about? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you. And you've wasted enough of my time already. It would be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Labyrinth. Alright. So maybe he wasn't the last one. So this is part 26. Go up these stairs, I guess. Okay. It's Harry, a phorologist. Let's see if this is the last person. Okay. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, the next one. That's it, assistants. Where have they gone off to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I not have time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that aether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems that I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine... The Labyrinth are willing to help. Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks, lazy sods. Cool. So we're finally done. So let's go back to Urianger. Okay. So this was number 27. Part 27. But it's one of those things, like, imagine if I recorded this just non-stop and then I had to cut out all of the running around footage. It would be a nightmare. That's why I've got in the habit of recording it in little bits and then just piecing it together. It's just much better that way. Everyone? Cool. Okay, so recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's talk to Urianger. So, behold, Mithrie. Through thine efforts, word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos. Verily, to a far greater number than we anticipated, Living Way doth gather more Loporits as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, and new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. Okay.
So much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
I mean, they've mentioned Papalimo twice now. Maybe he's going to reappear.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, I am.
Wilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. 'Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blavida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where. Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while. Arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope.
and love.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Fair enough. Alright, let's talk to Urianger. Oh, Mithrie, be assured that I am fine. I am. Full glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, 'twould have been far harder had I faced them alone. Cool. Alright, let's complete the quest. Alright, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm back. So I don't know if that was meant to be like a really emotional moment for you guys, but I'm kind of like stone-faced. I'm like... It's like no emotion whatsoever. It didn't affect me at all. So... But that wasn't even slightly sad. Part 28. Alright. I cried a bit. Aw. Alright, chat. I think that's enough for one day. I'm gonna piece together this video. There's 28 parts. So it's gonna take a while to piece it together. So... You sacrificed yourself to give us the sword. Yeah, no, I remember. I remember Moonbreeder. So... Alright, chat. I'm gonna go for the day. Hopefully we'll carry on the story tomorrow. So yeah, I got through an entire stream without swearing once. So I deserve a gold medal for that. So, alright, chat. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll carry on the story of 6.0. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Like we did today. How many quests did we do today? Like 6? So, yeah, 6 quests we did. We did outside help, going underground, no job too small, wise guides, agricultural shock, and this one, Sage Council. So, yeah. So, have a good night, chat. Remember to watch my gaming news, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Bye. Bye.